Hello everyone, welcome to Champions of Tech. Today we are meeting Mr. Ashok, the founder and CEO of AJ Skill Development. We are meeting Ashok in his Chennai office today. Why Ashok? Ashok is actually reshaping this global Salesforce talent marketplace. Let's meet him and find out how. We welcome you to the show, Ashok. It's a pleasure to have you here, Ashok. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, Ashok, tell me about yourself and what problem are you solving to the society now?
Okay, myself, Ashok Raj, founder and CEO of AGSD Academy and DigiGas India Private Limited. So I started my career as a Salesforce developer back in 2014 in TCS. It's been close to a four and a half years journey in TCS where I got introduced into Salesforce. Then I get into Sopra Steria, D4 Insight, and other organization. During that journey, I was also part of different social activities, basically. Right from childhood, I used to be part of the school, colleges, NSS team, and other club activities and all, which actually helped me to align with some social activities.
Okay.
Back in 2015, maybe you heard about the Chennai flood, the first time Chennai experiencing flood. Nowadays, all the years are they experiencing flood. So the first time I got an opportunity to build a team to resolve the first challenge is all about rescuing activities. In Chennai 2015, there are many people, they got stuck in their houses, they are not able to come out. Along with Indian Army and Air Force and other local volunteering organization, I myself volunteered myself and started doing the rescue activities in the initial days. Later, with that context, we started doing the relief activities, like bringing relief from all over the world and started distributing the Chennai one.
Getting that.
That's how everything I can say it is started. It is all started like a social entrepreneurship, and that's helped me to get into the good connect and helped me to understand slowly about people, society, and everything. Three and a half years I was into social activities.
Okay.
So during that time, actually, what we did, I founded an organization called Direction for Volunteers, D4 Winter. So adula we started upskilling people. There are people, we help them to get into the good education, school and colleges fees, we paid for them. Those people, after completing college, same individuals whom we help them to get into the clear college, they come back and say, Anna, I finished college, but I don't know what to do. Then by the time I was working in thesis, right, I thought, why don't we teach them Salesforce so that they get some skill, and if possible, we can refer with our circle. We tried it. We tried with batch 1, batch 2. It worked well. The people who got trained by us, they got upskilled and they got placed. By the time, it was not at all a structured one. We don't know what is the curriculum, which one we should teach or not, but it went good. That's how everything started. Then after 2018, when I got married, the reality hit. Like no longer a social entrepreneur, you must go for the family. So we thought of, why don't we go for I was badly in need of a kind of a passive income.
Okay.
So by the time we started this like a home tuition within our home house, where it is a 1 BHK house in Neelangarai Canal Road, where if 2 people go at a time, they will find difficult to go. That's a kind of a road, narrow road. But we started our first Salesforce tuition in that house. People from Chennai, other part of the Chennai, they come to my house and they started learning Salesforce. That's how everything started. They started learning Salesforce like in the floor, like they have to keep the laptop on the floor and they have to sit for all the 1 hour and 2 hours. They have to learn, and I started teach. The first batch went with 4 people, and I charged them nearly 4,000 rupees for the entire course, admin and development course. It went really well. The people who came, got trained, they got placed.
Okay.
They went back and referred the people. The 4 become 8. So instead of the floor this time, we are able to purchase some tables and chairs from the amount we collected from the fees. So now that will become table and chair. The 8 people came in. The second batch, again, they got trained, placed, they went and they spread the word. Then we become 16, then become 32. Then we thought of, why don't we have a kind of or 2 BHK house so that we can put everyone into that house, and we can start this as a kind of academy. 2019 la we are 2019 end, we took the house for rent, and we did some setup எல்லாம் பண்ணியாச்சு. Then 2020 April March COVID. So what do you have to do? You have to shut everything. The amount I have paid for the rent, advance, furnitures, ellame we bought it on credit. No options. I have to sell everything on the half rate, and I have to go back to my native. My native is in Mayiladathuzai.
Okay.
There are few furnitures I was not able to sell. Okay. So enna aiduchu appadina, I have to brought everything to Mayiladathuzai.
Okay.
We took everything to Mayiladathuzai, and it was actually occupying a lot of the spaces in our house.
Okay.
Enna pandradhu therilla. So we thought of why don't we set up a similar setup, a training academy one in Mayiladathuzai. That's how we started our academy in Mayiladathuzai. The word started spreading. Again, people from all over India, they started coming to Mayiladathuzai, even though it was a kind of a COVID period, but still people used to come. Okay. By the time I was still working as a senior Salesforce developer and still supporting this training initiatives. During such time, what happened, I was supporting a project. It's supposed to get delivered in 2 to 3 months, but it is not at all getting delivered due to the client is keep on changing the requirement. Which is a typical Salesforce project. That moment actually I got frustrated, because I was spending like 3 whole months and doing the same stuff again and again. We are not able to satisfy the client, because the client was not able to give the clear requirement, and every time we build something and go to him, and they will be giving another new.
Yep.
So it was a tough time for me, says that okay, I got some potential and I was able to upskill people, but why I got stuck? All the 9 to 12 hours I'm spending on the same stuff again and again, which is not make any sense for me. Yes, I was getting paid like around 20 LPA by that time, and I was about to get offer for close to 36 LPA.
Got it.
There was a discussion going on. Almost I received the offer. But it had to come in a paper. But the discussion and all went good. It was 36 LPA, everything completed. But again, the same thing. Like, if I accepted this offer, if I change the organization, again I have to go to do the same stuff. I have to stuck in the same loop, which I have to keep repeat all the time. So one day, without informing the people, what I did, I just put the paper. I put the paper and I came back home and told them, hereafter I'm not going to do this stuff. I want to do training as a full time. Everybody shocked. Hey, you are getting 20 LBA, good salary. By the time I was in work from home also.
Yeah.
Whatever getting credited into the account now, it is get multiplied on no expenditure.
Yes.
So no rent, no food expenditure, because back in native, nothing.
You stay in your home.
All the numbers get added into the account. Yeah. So, but people was wondering, it was such an excellent life. Why should I quit and start something right from the scratch? Everybody was wondering, but maybe the one thing was really pushing me. I'm not sure whether you come across this book called Ikigai. By the time I never know that is a book called Ikigai, but I want to do something that should satisfy me first.
Yes.
I want to do something, I'm passionate about that. At the same time, it should also give me some revenue. At the same time, it should make some sense for other people. If I'm putting some effort, that effort I want that should be used fully by the people, and that should also help them. It should help me, and it should help my family as well.
Absolutely.
Which is something I don't find fit into the typical IT job, where it is satisfying only the client, where it is satisfying only my pocket, it is not satisfying my thirst for the passion.
Yeah.
Since childhood, I am passionate about teaching. Right from school, college, I used to be a peer educator. I used to conduct many sessions during my colleges and all. So that passion drove me to teaching, where I found this Salesforce training part. I found, okay, this would be the better option. Let's give a try for 1 year as a Salesforce training academy and trainer. And if things work, let's continue. Otherwise, let's do one thing. Let's do one more certification in Salesforce and come back to the IT. That was the initial plan.
Yeah.
But things fortunately worked really well. We started everything. We started with 40 people, and the batch we were able to enroll 40 people in a year. That will converted as 300, 400 people enrolling for exclusive of Salesforce in a year over the
Amazing,
last
amazing.
For the last 5 years, we were able to upskill close to 5,000 plus people exclusively in Salesforce. Around 20 countries, people are came here and got upskilled.
Yeah.
And so 5,000 plus people get upskilled, and there are from 20 plus countries. And at present, we are supporting 600 people who are currently learning Salesforce from AGSD Academy, and we got office in Chennai.
Okay.
One office here, another office in same Thuraipakkam. We got 2 floors where now people are coming here and learning Salesforce exclusively, both in physical and on the online format. The one thing, actually, now what driving me, if you ask, right, the problem solving. You're asking, the first question is, what problem you are solving? Every day, I can say we are solving the problem. I'm not on the bigger picture. Unemployment is a very big problem.
Yes.
But if you go in depth, yes, we are solving that unemployment, but at the same time, if you take Salesforce kind of tech, if someone has to teach Salesforce, they should be in the market, they should have the hands-on experience, what is going on in the Salesforce, they should have a good knowledge, only then they can teach Salesforce. On the other side, if someone who is having very good knowledge about Salesforce, it is very rare they come for teaching, because if someone having 3 to 4 years of experience, they are getting 12 LPA to 20 LPA, where they can sit in the AC room and they can create some project and deploy that Saturday, Sunday, they can enjoy. They don't need to teach something continuously, no need to spend a lot of energy. Button click, they can create a project and deploy. If someone has to leave that comfortness and come for teaching, it's a very rare breed we need.
Absolutely.
So that is the problem I found it here. If you want to teach Salesforce, the person should have a good knowledge, and at the same time should get the good knowledge on the Salesforce. At the same time should have the passion for teaching.
Absolutely.
So this blend was I found as a gap in the Salesforce ecosystem itself. People are happy to create videos and put it in the YouTube. There are many people in the Salesforce ecosystem. They are creating beautiful videos and they are creating and posting in the YouTube. Salesforce itself got a Trailhead Academy, but still I saw there are people finding difficult to get upskilled by watching just videos or by going through the Trailhead Academy.
Yes, that was one of my upcoming questions.
So though there are a free stuff which is available in the market in a YouTube and Trailhead, people were not able to get what they should learn first, what is the order of the learning, what exactly the industry needs now, and what they are learning. That gap was still there. Even if I'm a learner, I'm learning a concept called data security in Salesforce. Yes, I gone through some videos and I gone through the Trailhead. I learned the concept, but I want to apply my knowledge.
Yes.
That gap was there. Even you got some super badges and other stuff, you are applying that. But when you are applying that, you got stuck in between whom you will reach out for help. Maybe, but you can put a comments in a Trailblazer group or put a comments in the YouTube, but when you are going to get a reply back, that momentum of learning is really very important. For anything you are going to learn, that momentum is really important. You started learning something, you find a issue and you want someone to support you, we started provide that support. We provide everyday live assistance for someone got stuck in the concept. Similarly, if they have completed learning any concepts, part of our training model, what we have implemented a review system. Every day there is a review sessions happening in our academy for any individual who join. So here someone is learning the concept and he is applying the concept and he gets reviewed whether my application is right or not, whether I follow the best practices or not. They are able to do that. So when that becomes a habit of consistency, they started able to learn everything.
Getting there.
So Basically, we are giving a curated top concepts to learn, with something helping them not only learn the concept and become a Salesforce admin or developer. At the same time, they can start work independently. So this is what the gap still exists in the Salesforce ecosystem for the learners.
Yep.
So this is something we are able to resolve it, and especially when it comes to the Tamil community.
Yeah.
Teaching Salesforce. So one another gap I found is within the Tamil community, Tamil speaking community, someone teaching Salesforce exclusive, it was not there.
Yeah.
Even still, I can say very rare people
Yep.
teach Salesforce consistently.
Yes.
So that was a huge gap we found, and the awareness about Salesforce also not at all here.
Yes.
If you ask someone, I'm going to teach you Salesforce, why don't you learn Salesforce? Now, Anna, why you are asking me to learn sales?
Sales.
The moment you ask Salesforce, now they will say sales.
That's the first thing they will
So we started bringing that awareness to the Tamil speaking community, and with the help of our YouTube channel, videos and all.
Yeah.
And that awareness over the period of time started converting us learners for AJ skill development. So this gap we were able to fill, and still we are filling that gap, which is helping the people to learn Salesforce with curated concepts, and at the same time, not only they are learning, they are getting it reviewed every single day, and we also have different review system which help them not only clear interview, help them to work independently. So this is something we are able to resolve, and people are able to come repeatedly to this academy. Sorry, it's a long explanation.
I loved it. I'll tell you how far you have reached. Okay. So we are also a Salesforce implementation partner, right? So when I was telling that I'm going to have a podcast with you, a lot of people were saying, even my sales manager was saying, I was watching one of their training videos to learn Salesforce, because for sales, you need to know Salesforce, then you can go and talk to customers, right? My sales manager was telling me that. And then a lot of other senior developers were also telling they were watching your videos. Okay. So that's how we got to know you are there. Right? So it's a great journey. As you mentioned, if you are continuing to work in a corporate environment, right, you will obviously get a luxurious life, as you mentioned, right? Apart from these success stories, what are the failure stories you have? Because the main motive behind this podcast is to bring inspiration, okay? Only talking success stories will not give inspiration. True. Because failures will teach a lot, right? True. I want to know what are those failures which you have faced and how you have overcome them.
Okay. So failures, of course, there are many. There are many occasions. Maybe I don't saw them as a failure, because when the first step I took, that I'm going to quit the so-called luxurious corporate life, I was very aware that whatever we are going to face is definitely going to be the challenges. I was mentally ready to face all the challenges. That maybe I will say in other way, rather than I call them as a failures. There are so many challenges
we can say.
Right from the very first challenge is bringing the awareness to the people.
Yeah,
I got a branch in Mailadurai where I was teaching Salesforce. Very rare I am able to enroll candidates for Salesforce in my own native place itself. I have a good community, and I have a good bunch of people around me. But I found it really difficult to give them the awareness about Salesforce, and then give them the awareness about IT. Still, there are the stereotype is around the people says that IT is a kind of a temporary space. You cannot live happily for all the 40 years. IT is full of stress. There are students who completed B computer science and all. I told them, one of my relatives, why don't you come and learn Salesforce? I'm teaching anyway in our native itself. And he said, Anna, IT IT is full of stress now. I want to get into the government job. He started doing the UPSC training. UPSC, TNPSC, all the government. Why did you learn engineering for that?
Yes.
Still, people have that. Even till today, you go and ask people about IT, they will say it is full of stress. Yes, I say it's full of stress for people. who is not ready to upskill themselves on the daily basis.
Absolutely.
Okay. And who is not supposed to deliver the project right from the day one. You got the target for delivery date by tomorrow. Abdina, the one who started doing the task by today, they will definitely
Obviously,
get the
they will
test.
face.
So that was a difficult I faced. Yes, I failed to convert or brought awareness to people in my own native itself. That is the reason I closed my first branch in Mailadurai.
Got it.
It was a huge reality that you cannot just give the awareness for your small community. So we closed. Maybe rather than I see that as a failure, I saw that as a good opportunity for me to learn. Says that this is not the place for me to sell Salesforce as a training. Mailadurai is not in a place. Then let's go to Chennai. That's how we closed that branch and we moved to Chennai.
Okay.
In Chennai, again, the challenges started coming up with that because by the time they got so comfortable with online classes. Nobody is ready to come for offline. For offline, if I have to took a place for rent, it's a huge rent. Chennai, as you know, the rental and the real estate is really huge. Apart from that, your EB expenses, other expenses, really huge, and we've found really difficult to bring people from online to offline because during the entire COVID time, everybody was so super comfortable. They want everything in the place where they sit.
Yes.
So bringing someone to the online to offline, the initial days we found it really difficult, and similarly with the resources, obviously. When I was the one doing sales, I was the one doing marketing, training, sales, post-sale activity, entire I used to do. By the time I didn't find anything new, or I go with the flow. When I started about expanding, we are now giving a training of 12 people in a month. Why don't we expand that?
Yep.
If I have to expand that, I need to hire people.
Yes.
I need to hire for sales. I need to hire for support. For someone from a typical family where my father is a conductor, so the grandfather was the farmer, so nobody was into the so-called entrepreneur space.
The business journey.
For me, leading a team also new, hiring someone was new, how to interview someone was new. So I failed in hiring. Of course, I hired people. By the time I hired people only with a skill set of, you speak good English? Yes, good. Come, let me teach you everything. You with the hope that they are going to with us for a long time. And I put a heart and soul in giving them a training for sales, support, and all the stuff. Matter of 2 months, they will say that, Anna, I got an opportunity in another company, a better skill. Maybe I can call that as a failure. I was not able to retain my first employee. The retention was really hard because for them working for a training academy, they they feel that I'm an employee of AJ Skill Development. Abdina, they feel really hard to say. Whereas I'm an employee of software company, 𝐒𝐴𝐺𝐾 in Private Limited. They say it's a different brand for them altogether. But the owner is same, CEO is going to same, the office is going to the same.
Exactly.
So the failures count is like I was not able to retain my first employee, I was not able to retain my second, third, fourth. Those failures actually taught me what is taking care of the employees all about. So that gave a good learning of how to hire people, how to retain people, how to take care of them. So there is a quote like, you take care of them, they will take care of you. It was I was able to understand after the multiple failures in hiring. From the business standpoint, whether it's sales or marketing, I never found such failures, but I faced a lot of failures in dealing with the resources.
People management,
obviously, which was something never part of our entire life.
Absolutely.
The family is not from entrepreneurs.
Especially from a tech background.
During the colleges, nobody teaches how to do this, people skill. Even during the IT job, we never get a chance to manage the people. The moment when we started our own company, we started learn everything. I'm going and started learning what are the labor laws are there, what are the IT laws are there. So those things actually, maybe I can call that as a failures. But now I'm thankful for those failures because only then I was able to learn many things. When I started learn for to handle people, I started discover myself. So that journey was really amazing. Even today, I'm grateful for those all the people whom I recruited and they left the organization. They gave a good teaching. Maybe it was a vice versa. Like they got many learnings from me, and I got a good learnings from them. They taught us really amazing things, amazing life skills. Thankfully, that helped me now into this position where we got two office, and now our workforce is close to 30 plus.
Got it.
And with the 25 people are full timers and 5 people are from part timers, and going good. And we are able to retain people. Now we are having people with 4 years, 3 years, 2 years.
Got that.
We are able to retain people for all these years.
That's great to hear, right? You are running a people-centric business, right? Because running a tech company is a people-centric business, because apart from your other resources, people play the majority of the role, right?
Correct.
And you're given us a lot of people management hurdles which you have faced, right? Now, after learning all of these things, right, how do you convert them into actual value to the Salesforce ecosystem? Like, how did you strategize your business to focus more on adding value to whoever is getting trained by you? And how are you getting to know the current trends in the market? Like, do you speak to industry experts? Or industry experts come and teach for you or train you and your training team to train their students? So how do you strategize that, Anna? How did you come that far?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
For AGSD, one of the biggest strength I can say it is our alumni. I'm giving training by myself since 2018. Then with my team, we started from 2022. If you look at that in the last 6-7 years, as I said, we have trained and placed close to 5,000 people exclusively in Salesforce.
Yeah.
Now they are all in the different parts of the world, in different organizations and different places.
Yeah.
We are still in touch with them. We have a forum where they are still in touch with them, and the forum is also really very active. Where they used to they will start discuss about the things, what is going on. Even I come to know about Agentforce from one of our alumni.
Okay.
I come to know about all the latest trends going on, all the latest trends, what is going on Salesforce, what is the latest acquisitions data about the informatica acquisitions. I got to know from them. So those alumni are still in touch with them. The one-to-one connections we make. So they are conversations, and when we used to talk with them. That is helping me, one such. And second such is obviously LinkedIn. So if you look at my LinkedIn space, right, I used to write a lot of contents. The reason why I started writing contents is I saw that as a personal digital diary. So if I look back my content for 2 years, 3 years back, it will give me some good memories. So that's how I started use LinkedIn. But on the other side, it started working me like to get more people, because I started telling my own story. They started getting inspired by the story, and they start become the followers, and I started follow them. And that's how I connected with you, right? In one of the posts, I mentioned that there is a person like me who's also starting a career with Salesforce. So when the connections happen, right, they are also going to start writing their learnings and all, right? I'm a good, I spend good time with LinkedIn as well. So if I changed my LinkedIn feed as a personal engine, where if I scroll up and down, I come to know about what are the latest trends and going on. If I really want to learn that particular one, say for example, recently there is a hype about Revenue Cloud. I started here a lot of people talking about Revenue Cloud. Then industry if they started using it, then I started go and explore it by myself. So LinkedIn is one other thing, and our alumni. And I used to sit with the calls for many corporate trainings where I have to talk to the CEOs of the organization and the L&D coordinators of the organization, sometimes the technical architect of the organization. Because only if I sit with them, understand what exactly they need, we would be able to create a curriculum customized for themselves. So when I started sitting with them, they will start explaining, Ashok, I got a project which is US based or UK based. They're targeting mostly on this particular industry, or these are the use cases you are going to resolve. Some migration projects happens, and they started explaining their legacy system. This is my legacy system, and this is already solving this business problem, and I want you to help our resources to upskill into Salesforce so that they can resolve the same business problem in Salesforce. So when I talk to those the top C-level people in the organization, they give the insights about what problem they are resolving. My thing is I should understand what exact kind of workforce they need, what kind of problem the workforce is going to resolve.
Getting it.
So that I get that insight, and we come back and we form a team and we create our use cases and curriculum around that.
Okay.
And that's how we keep upgrade our curriculum.
Getting it. Like, how often do you upgrade your curriculum? Because Salesforce does 3 major releases every year, right? And even for us, right, hard code development side of things, it becomes very difficult even if we forget to follow one release.
Correct.
Right? And how do you upgrade your curriculum very often? Because as you mentioned, you will be speaking to a lot of company CEOs, L&Ds, HR coordinators, etc. Right? And they will always be talking about getting the niche skill to be trained.
Correct.
Okay, because whenever we are receiving requirements or we are getting a project, let's say I'm talking to a very small business owner, he'll be saying I need to implement only the latest features. They don't want to go for any custom build, rather than they need to go and stick with out of the box, low code, no code, things like
Correct.
that. And they will be obviously using the latest AI tools, and they will get to know for their problem, this is what the tools or this is what the product of Salesforce they want to utilize, right? Currently, being a tech company, we can just what to say, we will be telling that, hey, this is the document which you need to read and implement this project.
Correct.
That's how we give our resources what exactly to do. But when it comes to the tech side, training people, especially in your side, right, it is a challenge, because until and unless you frame your syllabus, it will not be easy, or it will not be possible for you to teach them on the latest niche.
Correct.
So how do you strategize this? Because it is very important. The purpose of this channel is to know how you are able to successfully turn these challenges into value. That's the core value what we are trying to deliver as part of this podcast. True. And I think upgrading yourself is mandatory before you go and upskill your students. So how do you bridge this gap?
Okay, as you said, Salesforce give releases spring, summer, winter. But not every releases we directly convert that into the curriculum. Okay. Because if I start to do that, right, I have to deploy all my resources in-house to read the release notes and started creating that as a curriculum. Basically, we will wait. Okay. We don't start immediately. Okay. So we will wait we started getting the signals from the recruiters or the implementation partners, are whether the new releases getting adapted by the industry or not. Yeah. Even if you take Agentforce, just because they launched the Agentforce, we never started training Agentforce. Yeah. We were waiting like whether it is getting adapted, whether it is adding any value to the business, whether it is getting adding any value to the implementation partners. Yes. Because the license cost was really very high. It's very high. Right. So we were waiting. But what we used to do, right, on the meantime, we started preparing these people with the foundations really very strong. Yeah. If someone having a good CRM knowledge, there are basic core concepts in CRM, like from the data model, data security, reports, dashboard, and even when it comes to Salesforce, if you take the customization, having a foundation strong in Apex and other customization like HTML, CSS, right? On top of it, you can upskill someone in a matter of days, maximum a week. If someone having good foundation knowledge, they can be easily upskilled. That is something everybody knows within the ecosystem. If you are going to hire someone and you find they are really very strong in the foundation, but you are getting project for Salesforce Commerce Cloud, but you are getting project for Salesforce Healthcare, Health Cloud, or project for Revenue Cloud, if you don't find resources exclusively for Revenue Cloud, what you will do? Okay, let's hire the person who's having a strong foundation from the CRM aspect, Let me get him in.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time. I can give my sandboxes for him to learn the stuff, because you have a confidence on the person. Because if someone who is having a good foundation knowledge,
Yeah.
matter of days they can we get upskilled into the other cloud. So always we don't spend much energy on the niche skill.
Okay.
You may heard about CPQ. They were hype about CPQ.
Yes.
We were waiting. We were waiting whether the CPQ is really getting adapted. Yes, it's getting adapted. At the same time, now nowhere CPQ.
Yes.
Everything is got converted into revenue cloud.
Yeah.
So those niche skills in Salesforce we rarely touch unless or until we find there is a huge pipeline, a huge demand for that. Even Salesforce is pushing this or not. So we focus more on the core part. In the core, if Salesforce brought any update, say for example, lightning flows.
Yeah.
Every releases in lightning flows, they give some upgradation.
Yes.
So from the entire release notes, we pick only the core. Are they making any changes in the approval process? Are they making any changes in the reports and dashboard?
Yeah.
Are they making any big changes in the flows or LWC? If it is there, our team will pick only those and we bring it part of our curriculum, and we will again upskill. So we don't upgrade everything which is giving a part of the Salesforce releases. So in that case, I can confidently say the people get trained from AGSD, they are strong in the foundation. You put them in any Salesforce project, they can learn the things easily, because we focus more on giving them the training on problem solving rather than just giving them the concept and learn the concept. Any problem come into your face, you should be able to resolve it. Very recently, one of our well-trained candidate experiencing integrating Salesforce and AWS. Part of our curriculum, integrating AWS was not covered, but we covered what is integration. What is integration? How REST APIs and SOAP APIs work? How to integrate two systems? What are the protocols you're supposed to? All the foundations are clearly covered and they are well trained. And for the sample, we gave them the kind of Stripe integration, quick integration and all. So they practiced integration, but they never practiced for integrating with AWS. But they faced a problem. They were not able to integrate AWS. The files are not able to catch properly, but they resolved it. But how did they resolve? They got trained on problem solving, and that helped them to resolve it.
Got it. That's good to know. Yeah. Now, we have, you will obviously get requirements from different set of tech people. Sometimes you may get an architect to call you and ask for a requirement that I need to learn this particular technology. In Salesforce, let's say I want to learn this product, let's say Health Cloud, or they want to learn Commerce Cloud or Life Sciences, something. You will obviously get requirements from the freshers who want to learn the fundamentals of Salesforce, get into the Salesforce market, right? There is a generational difference, right? People with an architect experience are even more, right? Let's say even managers in our company, we request our managers to get at least one certification on the basic fundamentals of Sales Cloud, something like that. And then the newbies are also there. How do you find the learning difference between these two, and how do you cope up? Because experienced people, they have industry experience and they will learn pretty much quickly. These folks who are coming new to the ecosystem, they learn it in a different way. Are there any difference in terms of fundamental understanding? Because people who are really smart as a newbie, they pick up very fast, right? And people with a lot of experience, spent years and years in managerial roles, are also learning new skills. So how do you find this learning behavior difference between these two?
Of course, there will be a huge difference between them. Someone who comes from the college and someone who's already into industry and they want to upskill themselves, you can find a lot of difference.
Yeah.
In that case, we have designed our curriculum not only for one set of people. We designed the curriculum in such a way, even someone who have no idea about Salesforce, they can still come and learn right from the beginning. What is business? What is IT? What is CRM? And how CRM help business? Someone to start do their first Salesforce concept, it will take at least 2 weeks in our curriculum, because we keep that foundation really very strong. but we give them the directions. If someone who is already have these experiences, like I know what is IT, I already know what is business, and I already know how IT and CRM helps business. Now we tell them you skip the topic. You don't have to go through all the 2 weeks. We have a learning management system, an LMS software with us, where we give them the bundles, like kind of a Trihead Academy, and we'll also tell them every day they are joining our review meetings. During the review meeting, if I am the tech lead, I mean the trainer supposed to review you, you got good experience. I first ask you what you are doing, what is your background and all about. Then I will first ask the questions. Say for example, tell me about some business you know and who got adapted to IT. Tell about CRM, how CRM helps a business. I just post 4 or 5 questions to you. If you are able to give me the right answers, right explanation, then I come to know, okay, this guy got the good understanding on the CRM, got good understanding of the business. Then I told you, you skip these 2 weeks of curriculum. This is not for you.
Yeah.
This is for someone from absolute. So by asking right questions to the people, no matter what kind of background they are from, asking a right question, I come to know about the individual. Then I tell them, you try this, do this, and come back to me. Otherwise, we'll tell them, you skip this one.
So typical requirement gathering session. Okay. Now, last question. What trend are you observing in the Salesforce ecosystem now? And what advice you give for everyone in the ecosystem? What should they learn for them to be in the industry for the next decade or so? What do you say? Because Agent Force is huge now, right? And we have the core fundamental products also. So how do you see this, and what advice you give even to the tech companies, right? You might be working with multiple implementation partners. You'll be working with company CEOs. You'll be working with new learners, right? What trends you see, and what is the advice you'll give?
Okay, that's a really important question, I see.
Yes.
Even recently, we got a chance to attend All India Salesforce Workforce Development Partners. AGSD Academy is one of the Salesforce authorized workforce development partners. We get an opportunity to join. Where this was the question asked by everyone, and around that, the whole session was constructed. The answer was like, don't focus only on the concept. If somebody who wants to learn sales, whether they are a junior or senior, don't focus only on the concepts. Like it is no longer about Apex. It's no longer about trigger. You can no longer about LWC. I know trigger. I know Apex. Could you please hire me? People say, I can hire ChatGPT, not you, just to write the piece of code. So I come to know the word called orchestration. Salesforce orchestrators. No, it is no longer Salesforce developer, no longer Salesforce administrator, no longer Salesforce solution architect. It is all about Salesforce orchestrators, which means someone who sit with the business, first understand the problem, what kind of problem they are facing. Then the same person should have the knowledge about the various tools available within the Salesforce ecosystem, and also main important thing is the cost. So as a Salesforce orchestrator, what I should do, understanding the business, and I should make use of the different tools, what are the resources rightly available, and give them the right solution with the right tool. And I should also have the industry knowledge as well. Say for example, very recently we are working with many companies. They are coming up with the use cases like licensing and permitting. In US, even if you want to use a gun, you should have a license. Even if you, in front of your house, you want to create a pit, you should get the permissions from your local counties and all. So the licensing and permitting is a industry specific use cases. So if you say just I know only the concepts of Salesforce, I know only how the trigger works, or I know how the Agent Force works, you cannot compete with the rest of the world. What my suggestion, and what I got this as a suggestion from many people, right? Start learn about the industries, start learn about the niche where you can use Salesforce to resolve. If I know how licensing and permitting works in US, what I can do, I can with the help of the Salesforce or Agent Force or other tools, what I can do, I can create a system which resolve the problem at the same time cost effective. Of course, they are already using some legacy systems and applications. The solution I'm going to propose, that should make sense for them, that should cut down the cost from all the aspects. So here the orchestration is really very important. Rather than calling ourselves as a developers and architects, we must be an orchestrators where we must have the knowledge of all the tools and trends, what is going on in the market, along with the pricing is really very important.
Yeah.
Then getting into the industry specific use cases. If somebody who is listening to this video, who is already having 10 years or 12 years of experience, and they say, I'm already getting 30 LPA. If I go and ask for 40 LPA, now they are not ready to give now, because there is someone who is already know what you know. They are already getting 20 LPA, then why should I give 30 LPA? If you want to keep yourself upgraded, yes, the technologies can be taken care of AI. What about the industry? Yes. Go and learn the real different industries. If you go to Salesforce website and go to the products, and there is one more section called industries. Now Salesforce is in almost all the industries.
Almost all the industries.
Almost all the industries. So in that case, go and learn about the industry. So when you sit with the business and you rather than speak about the technical thing, when you started about their business, when you started about the use cases, they are already going. Of course, they will like you. Then they will understand. Okay, he is my guy. It is very important during the business meet, obviously, since you have done this multiple times. So when you started talking about their pain points, their use cases, they will believe you. It's not about only making the profit or not about getting the project on board. We should spend real time in understanding the industry specific need we want. And with that, if we start to do this orchestration, right, that will definitely help us. No matter wherever AI comes in. Nowadays, we got prompt to create flows. We got prompt to create Agentforce vibe is there. You just give the user story and it's doing everything.
Yes.
In that case, how we are going to make a difference between human and AI?
Yeah.
Only with this skills.
Sure. And it is a great answer. And Ashok, thank you so much for your time. I'm sure you're utilizing the technology to be a champion in your industry and especially in Salesforce. It's a pleasure talking to you because I'm also from the same ecosystem, and it's a great time, and thank you so much for your time. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, sir. We're really happy and pleasure hosting you in our office.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you.